So Joker Folie Deux came out. I know every French person is going to hate how people pronounce that title. And we're back with Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips, but I tell you what's not back. Good storytelling and character development. All right, so let's just rip the fuck into this because I think collectively when we all heard that the new Joker film Folie Deux was going to be a musical, we were all like, really? It doesn't make sense. And when I heard the sequel was going to be a musical, I did not hop on the bandwagon about shitting on it and saying that this was going to be bad and why would you do a musical, because I was really impressed with the first movie. I think everyone was. Obviously, it was one of the highest grossing films ever for an R-rated movie. I think it's MA 15 plus or whatever in Australia, but anyway, really well received movie. And so I had really high hopes for the sequel, and I got to say right off the bat here, the music takes away from this movie so fucking much. I feel like musical elements in movies can be a really good storytelling motif, and they can invoke a greater meaning in a scene or a kind of interaction a couple of characters are having. But in Joker Folie Deux, it just really distracts you a lot. It takes away from a really important scene that you might be in, and they just kind of start singing and it just feels a little bit silly. And I feel like the golden rule for something like this, where you bring something new to a series or a franchise or whatever it is, like the Joker, the first one was so grounded in reality and really serious. And when you bring musical numbers into the sequel, then the golden rule is it has to bring value to the film. And it just does not. In fact, I'll go as far as saying the musical numbers are probably the worst aspect of this film. But full stop. All right, rant about the musical aspect. Done. Now, I'll get a little bit into some of the story aspects that they decided to follow through with in this movie. And basically, what it's about is a trial that's set around the events that happen in the first movie. So all the crimes that Arthur Fleck committed, killing those 5 people, not including his mother, because nobody knew about that. So anyway, he's on trial and he's spent a lot of time in Arkham Asylum. He's actually been there for about 2 years, and if you know anything about Arkham Asylum, it's a pretty tough fucking place to be in. So you'd think his character would go through some changes or development or any sort of character growth at all, like for better or worse. I mean, in the first movie, he went from being a sad, unconfident loner and blossomed into a really confident, psychotic serial killer. And I was super keen to see some sort of transformation that is similar to the first film here, but honestly, he's the same character he is at the start of the film as he is at the end, and it's just disappointing. And I don't know, there's just not a lot of main characters in movies that I see not go through any sort of metamorphosis. Is there anything else I wanted to shit on about this film? Oh yeah. So about halfway through the film, out of nowhere, Arthur Fleck slash Joker starts doing a fucking Benoit Blanc impression. You know, the dude, the detective from Knives Out. he, he starts doing his voice for some reason. And look, I'm fine with the way that Joaquin Phoenix does the voice for Joker in the first film and the second film. Like, it's perfectly good. He doesn't overdo it at all. He doesn't go for like a Heath Ledger or a fucking Jared Leto sort of thing. He does his own thing. He doesn't do Mark Hamill, you know? He does his own thing. It's cool. But out of fucking nowhere, he starts doing just this random fucking, what do you call it? Like Southern drawl sort of accent. And it's just so off-putting. Like, if you're going to do a fucking voice for the character of Joker, at least do something that's Joker-esque. Like, that's it. It just really weirded me out. It took me out so much. So I've been shitting on this movie for like 4 minutes now. Do I have anything good to say? It's shot well. like all the shots look amazing in this movie. If you remember that scene from the trailer where Lady Gaga, Harley Quinn draws the fucking smile on the window separating them, and Joaquin Phoenix leans into it and smiles, like that looks even better on the big screen. It looks fantastic. All the shots look phenomenal. They're extremely well. The cinematography is beautiful. All right, it's great. It's fantastic. The color grading is immaculate. It looks beautiful. It's a fantastic movie to look at. And Harley Quinn is fine. Lady Gaga is fine. She matches Joaquin Phoenix's style pretty well, I would say. But she's not a standout at all, which is really unfortunate to say because Harley Quinn is such a cool character. But Lady Gaga is just fine in it, I guess. That's all I can really say. You know who is really good in this movie? Brendan Gleeson. He plays just some random fucking prison guard in Arkham Asylum, but every scene he's in, he's just so entertaining. He's kind of a dick in the movie, I'll be honest, but Brendan Gleeson's just a really cool fucking actor, and he's really good in this movie. He's a standout for me. That's yeah, I liked the prison guard in the Joker. Also, I just couldn't get it out of my head that he's Mad Eye Moody in Harry Potter. Like, for half of the movie, I thought that he was going to take fucking Arthur Fleck through a Defense Against the Dark Arts class. Anyway, probably time to wrap this up. If I had to put this movie into, like, one sentence that you'd see on, like, fucking Rotten Tomatoes or some shit, it's like a painting you would see at an art gallery, like a really amazing painting, fucking the best drawing or painting or whatever you've seen in your life. Like, you'll never be able to do anything like the painting you're seeing on the wall, but it doesn't evoke any kind of emotion from you or tell a story, and then you just kind of walk on and forget about it. That's what Joker Folie Deux was like for me. So Joker Folie Deux, the sequel to a movie that was meant to be a one and done Joker film, was probably a waste of time making it and a waste of time watching it. And to the dude sitting a couple rows ahead of me with his phone on full brightness on a white screen while the movie was playing, fuck you.